If you are watching this video right now, there is a strong likelihood that you or someone very dear to you relies on Centrelink payments to navigate daily life and cover essential expenses. From the very beginning of this video, I want you to understand something profoundly important: you are absolutely not alone in this journey. Just last week, I received a deeply moving email from a 71-year-old widow living in regional New South Wales who shared with me that she sometimes turns off her heating at night just so she can afford to purchase her necessary medications. When she heard whispers and rumors circulating about potential Centrelink changes coming in 2026, she described that all too familiar tightening in her chest, that gnawing anxiety wondering whether she might lose even a small portion of her already modest support. Her story is not unique, and that is precisely why today's comprehensive update carries such tremendous significance for thousands of Australians in similar circumstances. Welcome to Aussie Benefits Hub, your trusted source for clear, compassionate, and thoroughly researched information about Australian government payments and entitlements. This channel was created specifically with you in mind: seniors, pensioners, carers, and people with disabilities who deserve straightforward explanations without the confusing jargon or political spin that so often clouds these vital topics. Here at Aussie Benefits Hub, we believe that understanding your rights and entitlements should never require a law degree, and we are committed to breaking down complex government policies into practical, actionable guidance that empowers you to make informed decisions about your financial well-being. If you find value in today's information, please consider subscribing and sharing with friends or family members who might benefit from this knowledge. This discussion is not merely about abstract numbers displayed on some government website somewhere. This is fundamentally about whether you can comfortably afford your weekly groceries without constant worry, whether you can maintain your vehicle to stay connected with your community, and whether you can joyfully say yes when your grandchild excitedly invites you to their birthday celebration. Today, I am going to walk you through the 2026 Centrelink updates affecting the age pension, disability support pension, and carer payment with calmness, clarity, and complete honesty. We will explore what is genuinely changing, what is remaining stable, what adjustments are being quietly implemented behind the scenes, and most critically, what practical steps you should take right now to safeguard your payments, protect your concession entitlements, and preserve your peace of mind throughout these transitions. The reality facing seniors in Australia today is complex and often challenging. Many older Australians who have worked their entire lives, contributed to their communities, raised families, and paid decades of taxes now find themselves struggling to maintain a dignified standard of living on the age pension alone. The pension, while providing essential support, frequently falls short of covering the rapidly escalating costs of electricity, medical expenses, housing, and basic necessities. Across the country, from bustling capital cities to remote regional towns, seniors are making impossible choices between heating and eating, between medications and meals, between staying connected with loved ones and staying within their meager budgets. This situation demands our attention and understanding, which is why staying informed about every available support and entitlement has never been more crucial. Let us begin with the age pension because this is where the majority of our audience finds themselves, and unfortunately, this is also where the greatest misunderstandings and misinformation are spreading across social media and online forums. I want to immediately clear away the confusion because 2026 is not bringing one single dramatic, headline-grabbing increase to pension rates. Instead, what we are seeing is a series of ongoing, incremental adjustments that, when understood and properly navigated, can collectively make a meaningful positive difference to your annual income. However, these same adjustments can quietly and unexpectedly hurt your entitlements if you do not comprehend how they function within the broader system. The first fundamental concept to grasp is that indexation continues as expected, meaning your age pension will still be adjusted twice yearly, in March and September, in alignment with inflation measurements and wage benchmarks. While this sounds reassuring on the surface, the practical reality is that these calculated increases frequently lag behind the actual living costs that pensioners experience daily, particularly in categories like energy bills, insurance premiums, rental costs, and healthcare expenses. Recognizing this gap, the government has also confirmed adjustments to various threshold limits rather than focusing solely on base payment rates. This is precisely where many well-meaning pensioners accidentally and unknowingly lose money. In 2026, the income and assets test limits are being nudged upward once again, which superficially appears to be entirely positive news. For many recipients, this genuinely is beneficial because it allows you to earn slightly more income or hold marginally more assets without facing pension reductions. However, here lies the critical catch that too many people overlook. These threshold changes do not automatically protect your payments if your personal circumstances shift. For instance, if you sell a property or significant asset, receive an inheritance from a relative, downsize your family home, or begin drawing larger amounts from your superannuation fund, your pension entitlement could be dramatically affected in ways you did not anticipate. Beyond the age pension, the Australian government provides numerous programs and benefits specifically designed to support seniors through various challenges. The Commonwealth Seniors Health Card offers valuable concessions on prescription medications and healthcare services for self-funded retirees who may not qualify for the age pension. The Pensioner Concession Card provides access to discounted utilities, reduced council rates, cheaper public transport, and various state-based benefits that can save thousands of dollars annually. The Home Equity Access Scheme, formerly known as the Pension Loan Scheme, allows eligible older Australians to unlock equity in their homes to supplement their income while remaining in their beloved family residences. Additionally, the Seniors Energy Rebate and various state-specific utility assistance programs help offset the ever-increasing cost of electricity and gas. Now we must address deeming rates because this topic generates more emotional correspondence and viewer questions than almost any other subject I cover. In 2026, the government has indicated ongoing reviews of deeming rate structures rather than an immediate freeze or complete abolition of the system, which means your financial assets continue to be assumed to generate a certain level of income regardless of what they actually earn in the current economic environment. While deeming rates have been moderated compared to the punishingly high levels of previous years, they remain genuinely painful for cautious seniors who prefer keeping their savings in low-risk bank accounts or term deposits that currently generate minimal actual returns. Rent assistance deserves particular attention because for pensioners who rent rather than own their homes, this represents one of the most significant financial pressure points in their budgets. Yes, there are modest adjustments to rent assistance continuing into 2026, but once again, these increases often fail to match the dramatic real-world rent rises occurring in markets across Australia. What concerns me deeply is discovering how many eligible recipients are not receiving rent assistance at all, simply because their residential address has not been updated correctly, their lease documentation is not properly recorded in the system, or they mistakenly assumed the payment would be applied automatically without any action on their part. The disability support pension requires thorough discussion because this payment is frequently misunderstood by the general public and often subjected to unfair scrutiny and stigma. In 2026, the DSP continues to be one of the most heavily assessed and reviewed payments within the entire Centrelink system, with ongoing medical reassessments and increasingly stringent evidence requirements. While indexation applies to the DSP just as it does to the age pension, the more significant story here concerns the compliance environment rather than the payment rates themselves. The government has communicated clearly that it expects DSP recipients to meet participation requirements and maintain current medical evidence documentation to strict standards, even individuals who have received DSP continuously for many years or decades. Carer payment recipients form another vitally important group requiring our attention because carers truly represent the backbone of Australian communities and are far too often overlooked and undervalued for their enormous contributions. In 2026, the carer payment continues to be indexed, but the more substantial changes concern eligibility review processes and clearer expectations around mutual obligation requirements. I understand the phrase mutual obligation sends a chill down many spines, particularly for carers who already feel they are giving absolutely everything they have to support their loved ones. While carer payment recipients are not subjected to the same job search requirements that apply to job seeker recipients, there remains an expectation that the care needs being provided are ongoing and substantial enough to warrant the payment. For struggling seniors across Australia, additional government programs exist that many people remain unaware of or fail to access. The no-interest loan scheme helps low-income individuals and families purchase essential household items without predatory lending arrangements. The Emergency Relief Program provides immediate assistance for those facing acute financial crisis. The National Debt Helpline offers free financial counselling services specifically trained to assist people navigating complex situations involving Centrelink and limited incomes. Community organisations funded through the Department of Social Services provide crucial support services including meal delivery, social connection programs, home maintenance assistance, and transport services that help seniors maintain independence and dignity. The Financial Information Service through Services Australia offers free, confidential guidance to help you understand how your financial decisions might affect your Centrelink payments before you make them. Concession cards deserve special attention because for many pensioners, the genuine value of their Centrelink connection extends far beyond the fortnightly payment itself. The Pensioner Concession Card, the healthcare card, and a Commonwealth Seniors Health Card unlock access to significantly reduced prescription costs, discounted utilities through state government rebates, cheaper public transport fares, reduced council rates, and various other benefits that collectively can be worth thousands of dollars annually. In 2026, these concessions remain incredibly valuable, particularly as state governments continue adjusting and sometimes expanding their rebate programs. However, eligibility for these cards can be lost or gained based on relatively minor changes in your reported income or assessed assets, and many people do not realize they have lost a card until they are unexpectedly charged full price at the pharmacy or receive a shockingly higher electricity bill. The cost of living crisis affecting Australia cannot be ignored in any honest discussion of pension adequacy. While Centrelink adjustments exist and provide some relief, they frequently do not keep genuine pace with the lived reality of rising prices at supermarkets, petrol stations, medical clinics, and everywhere else pensioners must spend their limited funds. This is precisely why the government has continued targeted supplements and one-off support payments over recent years, and while nothing permanent has been confirmed for all of 2026 at the time of recording, historical patterns suggest that additional relief measures are often announced during mid-year economic updates or annual budget periods. When such announcements occur, they typically involve strict time limits and specific eligibility requirements, meaning if your Centrelink details are not completely current and accurate, you could miss out entirely on payments you rightfully deserve. Superannuation interactions with the age pension represent another area requiring careful attention because increasing numbers of pensioners are now drawing down their superannuation savings. In 2026, the assessment methodology for account-based pensions within the Centrelink means test remains crucial to understand because both your account balance and your withdrawal rate directly affect your pension entitlement. Changes in investment market values can push you over threshold limits without you even realizing it has happened, particularly following periods of strong market performance. Reviewing your complete financial situation at least annually is wise practice, even during periods when nothing obvious has changed in your circumstances. The interaction between your superannuation income stream and your age pension can be complex, and small adjustments to your strategy could potentially improve your overall financial position. Before concluding, I want to offer some important perspective because it is understandably easy to feel that the entire system is deliberately stacked against ordinary Australians, and sometimes the bureaucracy certainly feels that way. However, protections and safeguards do exist, and there are dedicated professionals whose specific role is to provide assistance, including Centrelink social workers, free financial counselors, community legal centers, and advocacy organizations. Accessing these support services is not an admission of failure or weakness, it represents a sensible, practical approach to navigating complex systems. In 2026, more community organizations are receiving government funding to assist seniors, people with disabilities, and carers, so genuine help is available even when it does not always feel readily apparent or easy to find. Let me conclude with this clear and calm message: 2026 is not a year of sudden, catastrophic Centrelink collapse or dramatic cuts to essential payments. However, it absolutely is a year where staying properly informed matters more than it has in many years past, where small oversights and administrative errors can generate significant financial consequences, and where those individuals who invest a little time understanding the rules and maintaining accurate records will sleep considerably better at night. This is precisely why I create these videos, because you deserve clear, human explanations delivered with respect and compassion, not fear-mongering headlines designed for clicks or political spin intended to manipulate your emotions. If this video has helped you even slightly, please consider sharing it with someone in your life who might be feeling worried or confused about their financial future. Sometimes the most powerful gift we can offer each other is accurate information combined with genuine reassurance. Remember always that you have contributed meaningfully to this country throughout your life. You have paid taxes, raised families, cared for others, built communities, and you absolutely deserve dignity and security in return. I will continue bringing you honest, thoroughly researched updates as situations evolve throughout the year, so please stay connected with this channel. Take good care of yourself, look after those around you, and know with certainty that you are not facing 2026 alone.